Well, hello, welcome to Tarot to a T. Today's reading will be for the sign of Libra for the month of August, year 2023. Actually, we're looking at more the mid-August here, aren't we? Anyway, we will do a general inquiry as usual. If you are one of my regular subscribers, welcome. Glad to see you again. And if this is the first time to my channel, welcome as well. Glad you found me. Hope you subscribe and you like what you see. And one way to show that appreciation, of course, is to hit that like symbol. That helps support the channel and ensures that I will be here for the months and years to come. More support. Not just me, but any creator on YouTube. Honestly, it's the most important thing. Donations are great as well. But the support through the likes and subscribes is really what keeps us going, you know. So again, this will be a general inquiry. If I can speak, a general inquiry. If this doesn't fit your situation, don't make it fit. You're welcome to turn the video off and come back and join me for the next one, okay? And pretty much for the summer here, I am only doing one reading per sign per month. That is what my schedule allows. In the fall and winter, I think it'll slow down again, and I'll be able to do more and also put up those extendeds on Vimeo. General inquiry for Libra. What message does Libra need to hear? What would benefit Libra most during this mid to late August 2023? Also, I'm using two decks now. If you have been with me before, I was doing some meditation and contemplation about my tarot reading practice here, and it felt right to start using two decks. I feel like I can broaden the depth of the reading and therefore provide a better reading. So I have gotten better at shuffling them. It's quite the handful here. Let's go ahead and open it up. We have the 3 of diamonds, 4 hearts, 8 of diamonds, black and white joker, full card, and the 4 of hearts. We have an emphasis here on pentacles. You're making some decisions around money. You could be, this is really popping out at me. You could have a lot of, we have a lot of support around you. You have the 4 hearts here, and you also have it down here. The 4 hearts is like the, I heard another reader put it this way, but I see it as the 4 pillars holding up your lifestyle, your home. It's your family. It can include your family unit as well, but things are very supportive and nurturing in that regard. I guess you say the 4 corners of the house. Yeah. I forget the analogy I heard someone else use, and I really liked it, but I can't remember exactly how they said it. Anyway, you might have a lot of support going on for you at the moment, especially in some kind of independent endeavor. With the 8 of diamonds, that's actually the entrepreneurship card. Now, if you're not looking to start your own business, it could be just some kind of solo effort that you are on in terms of increasing your abundance. And again, there's a lot of support around it, especially if you are looking to start your own business, because that certainly could be the case. I just don't think across the board every Libra in the universe wants to start their own business. Especially, you know, not everybody's cut out for it. I know that from my own experience, right? But there's some decisions to be made here around finances. You could be pulled in a couple of different directions. Maybe you are having, let's say, to make purchases if you're starting a business, and you're debating on what you should spend money on, especially if it's earlier on in the game. Although I'm not really picking it up that you're starting it. We don't see the aces out here. You just have a lot of love and support, again, around you at this time, especially in this endeavor that you're on. But you also have the feeling of things being up in the air. There could be a little bit of anxiety around that, honestly. It's also the Fool card. and the Fool card is about new start. So I kind of take that back. You could be just starting on this path, whatever that path may be. But the Fool card also reminds us that we don't know what's around the corner. We don't know where we're headed, and I like to say that's a good omen, because I think most of us have that self-protective layer around us of trying to be cautious and protect ourselves from danger in whatever form that may take, right? So we tend to be overly cautious, of course, but just what's the word I'm looking for? Hesitant in going ahead. But the Fool card reminds us that, hey, we don't know what the future holds for us. And again, I don't think the universe is here to lay obstacles in your path. Unless it's not meant for you, then perhaps. But just don't attach any expectations, I guess, with that Fool card. You also have the Six of Spades, the Two of Diamonds. There's an ace right here, the Ace of Hearts. And then another Three of Diamonds. Yeah, there's a lot of decisions here to be made around finances in some way. But look, you also have the Two of Diamonds that tells me that you're very balanced financially. Especially if you're in a relationship or a long-term relationship, partnership. This is around money and particularly around a couple. If you aren't in a relationship, doesn't mean that you're not financially stable. There's still some balance and harmony here being emphasized. Now you are also on a path here that's fated and meant to be. So again, I'm picking up, if you had any hesitation about going on this journey, here's confirmation that you were meant to go down this path, Libra. That could be what all these Three of Diamonds are about. It's like, am I taking a big risk by going into, let's say you are going business. Let's just entertain that for a second. Let's say you are wanting to go off on your own and do something independent, or maybe something totally different. Is it, you're probably, you've been debating and weighing, because you are the scales. The Libras always weigh their decisions out endlessly. You're weighing the pros and cons constantly. Here's the confirmation, though, that this is what was meant to unfold for you. And it's very important right now that you follow your heart. You follow your instincts. This is the new start, and following your passion in some form or fashion. I didn't mean to make that rhyme. Following your passion in some form or fashion. That's cute. Okay, I sound like Dr. Seuss all of a sudden. But let's go ahead and see what else we have going. Getting used to the two decks of cards here. I have improved since my first video of using these. So if I drop them, just keep that in mind. That I have actually gotten better. The Three of Hearts. Yeah, there's a lot of indecision going on for you. And this is emotionally as well. I don't think you're trying to decide about relationships. I don't see anything out here about that. I just see that phenomenal support you got. You're cared for. You're covered that way, right? But emotionally, I think you're having a lot of, again, a lot of those scales moments. Weighing the scales of justice. What is really the best option for you at this time? More cards here. Please, for Libra's message they need to hear. Seven of Clubs. Huh. Well, just taking this in, because this is the card of feeling trapped in somewhere. What are you trapped in, though? Are you trapped in your employment situation? Perhaps that's why you're trying to go in a new direction. I am picking that up pretty strongly. It's around some kind of, I'm sick of what I'm doing energy. I'm sick of working for someone else. I'm sick of being a slave to the matrix. I mean, you could be trapped by all these decisions. And therefore you're trapped by your, well, pretty much your own mind, your own personality here that wants to make sure that you're doing the fairest thing. Because Libras have the best intentions, honestly. I make fun of the decision process that you go through because I have Libras in my life. I'm very familiar with Libras. Both my parents are Libras, okay? So I have a lot of compassion for that. And endlessly, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use the word needlessly, but endlessly weighing the pros and cons. That's just your propensity. That's what you that's your default mode. That's what you tend to do. I think on a couple of fronts you're feeling trapped. I think you're feeling trapped about all the decisions to be made, and you're feeling trapped by the employment situation because you know you don't want to stay in that. You don't want to be, again, someone else's slave. You want to be your slave for yourself, maybe, because you still have to earn that money, unfortunately, the way the world works. Although I've heard some great ideas lately about how the world could function without us having to slave for money, which would be very refreshing. Honestly, in my world, it would be. The Four of Spades. There's some kind of stress relief you are experiencing at this time, even though you're feeling trapped by something, which only you would know how that applies, right? With the Seven of Clubs, not this. This is telling me you're in a period of stress relief. Maybe you walked away from a job, and that's the stress relief. Huh. Yeah, so this could be the echoes from what you just exited. Very interesting. And so now, obviously, you're feeling really good about things in a way. In a sense, you're feeling good about things because you walked away from perhaps a stifling employment situation. Something was stifling you, it was keeping you down. Four of Diamonds just flipped out literally in this hand, if you saw that or not. This is the Windfall card. And again, you have emphasis on fours. So you have 4 fours out here. You don't have that other 4 as far as the suit goes. But the Four of Diamonds is that Windfall card. There is a little bit of a warning with this card also to watch your spending. Watch your spending. But maybe when you walked away from the employment situation, if you did, not saying everyone did, that you walked away with the final paycheck and it was big. Maybe you pulled out the 401k. Maybe that's why some of these decisions around money, you pulled out the 401k, the pension or whatever, and you decided to pay the penalties and just use it, perhaps to start this business. But what was I also going to say? If you didn't walk away from the employment situation, you might have gotten some kind of windfall in another way. Like maybe your spouse said, hey, I know you've really wanted to do this for a while. I will lend you the cash. I will fund the startup. I will step up to the plate here and help you get this going. Or maybe a family member. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. But again, with the fours, you have a very good, stable home life. You're able to meet your obligations. Your bills are being paid. And let us not forget, you have balance and harmony in your financial situation overall. I'm not going to take those. I need a clear. Okay. Wow. Both sevens. So the Seven of Spades here. Wow. This is interesting. I'm not picking up this as a relationship. This is about some kind of betrayal. So the Seven of Spades is about information coming to light. Something coming to your attention that was previously hidden from you. You weren't aware of. But the Seven of Hearts is that broken heart. Somebody's let you down. I don't think it was around relationship, though. I think it was in an employment situation. Because I don't have an emphasis out here on a relationship going on, or a relationship you walked away from. Now the relationship could have been that employment situation, of course. We do form relationships that way. Whether we look at it that way or not, we do form these connections through our work. Sometimes that's how you have a connection to someone in life, only through work, right? It's still a valid relationship on a soul level. Wow. I don't know. Maybe something happened at work where you got a settlement. Although this isn't the settlement card, it's more of a windfall. The reason that popped into my mind is because I heard of recently somebody who works where I work who left another work situation where they received some kind of settlement because they got injured. And obviously they don't work there anymore. And they probably weren't fired because of it, so, but they chose to leave. You see my point? And they still got this. I don't know. It's kind of odd that I would make that connection on my own. It's just like, wow, how random is that? It's been stuck in my mind. I've been fascinated by it, and maybe this is the reason why. It's because it was going to come up in this reading, you see. I don't know. Now I'm kind of going off on a tangent. So excuse me while I wonder about that. Wow, this one just flipped over. Look at this. Again, we have the colorized Joker. Now, the colorized Joker is associated with the Magician card as well. Again, things are up in the air for you here. Yeah, I think you're in a transitionary period through August of figuring out not which way to go so much, but financial decisions around how to make these finances work for you. Increase that abundance. But you got a lot of people around here who believe in you, that this is going to pay out. I did want to mention that Eight of Diamonds is also about hard work paying off. And you definitely got people who believe in you. But you have your own... Look at all these decisions again, just to refresh your memory. I do like to emphasize what I see here, and we see the emotional decision, we see the financial decisions, you know, where you're on the fence. And I'm sorry for going off the camera. I have a hard time getting the camera to pick up everything, and I don't like everything to go off the edge here. But yeah, things are still up in the air for you. Now the Magician card could be you working your magic as far as crunching numbers, thinking of creative ways to get this started, to get this new idea going. Or you could be asking the universe to step in and help, because the Magician card is the element of the divine intervention, orchestrating things in your favor. And it's all positive. It's all positive when we do talk about the Magician card. Not orchestrating things to get harder, but to make things happen, right? Like abracadabra. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ask for advice. We got the Ace of Hearts again. Okay. Good advice there. Six of Clubs. King of Clubs. Eight of Spades. Okay, if you haven't left that work situation, you're being advised to leave it. This might be a confirmation for someone out there who, again, was on the fence about a lot of things. If you're still in that crappy work situation, or the one that's really not fulfilling you at this time, let's put it that way. I don't want to use too many negativities there. You're being asked to relieve the pressure. There is a lot of pressure associated and stress with whatever situation this is. Okay, that's a confirmation. Just showing you what the cards say. I don't read into this any more than I have to, and that's what the card is confirming. It is also important that you follow your heart. Again, your passions, what truly satisfy you. When I say follow your passion, I don't mean it in that trite, happy, shiny way of, oh yeah, if you want to paint for a living, go paint. Now, you may be a great artist, so I don't want to knock you down if that's the path you're on. But most of us have to do something just a little bit more, I don't know, rooted into, again, the matrix as far as making money. Whether it's production, whether it's accounting, whether it's, you know, building, construction, assembling, providing services, customer service. You know, it's more tangible that way. If you want to be an artist or a musician, I'm not suggesting that is not a valid course for you. Maybe that's why you're so much on the fence, because it could be something very, very creative that you see as impractical. There's an idea. In any case, you need to follow your passion. What your heart and your instincts are telling you to do. You have it twice. Okay. 6 of clubs. If you do this, you will put yourself on a new level in some way. There's some kind of growth involved in this. There's some kind of, and when I say growth, I mean evolving. The evolution of the soul, the evolution of consciousness here. This will open up other doors and opportunities for you. Okay, very, very positive, strong message here of encouragement. Now you could have a fire sign around you, or this could be you, but fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Somebody you can count on for support. Again, this could be your spouse. Yeah, because the King of Clubs is, or actually any of the clubs, as far as the face cards go, they're benevolent, they're supportive, they're generous, they can provide counsel and guidance. So there may be somebody here that you can lean on, and this may be your. I actually am getting a strong sense it's your spouse. That's somebody you can rely upon. Now, if you don't have like somebody that fits that description or that bill, this could be you taking control. Take control of the situation, especially if you have that fire in your chart. Yeah, the Libras with the fire sign in their moon or Mars would be a good one. Maybe even Jupiter. What your sign you have in Jupiter, because that's around finances and good luck in financial matters, that kind of thing. Benevolence. Okay. More cards of advice. 4 of Spades, again, you are in this stress relief period, especially around the home. You're sitting cozy. But going down this path, I think, will bring you more of that. I think that's why it came out again, because we did see that earlier. Okay, and the 6 of Hearts. Yes, if you go down this path, it's going to lead to new connections with other people. So there wasn't an emphasis here on relationships, but I guess it's just a very positive and optimistic way of looking at, if you follow this path, Libra, you're going to make new connections with people who are going to be very significant to you. Again, if you are single especially, this could be meeting the new partner, your ideal partner, somebody you can build and grow with. Eventually, not right off the bat, you see, because this is also opening up doors and opportunities to meet these people. Again, these 6s, that's what they're about. You've passed the test, you've gone through the trials and tribulations or the experience you needed to go through. It's going to open up new things for you because you've freed yourself from that past experience. You've learned from that past experience. So now you have these new doors opening for you. And the 5 of Clubs. Not really surprised to see this. This is a little nudge here to get going. So the 5 of Clubs is change. In your advice, you're being asked to initiate this change, and this is about stagnancy and being stuck. You might be stuck on this. You might, like, again, with all these 3s, that's about, what did I say earlier about being stuck on the fence? Get going. Leave this employment situation if you haven't already. If you have, oh, I do want to add, if you have already separated, that's what that windfall was about, I was talking about earlier, and you have already separated, this is confirming it was the right decision. This is also confirming it's what you need to do now. But, again, it's important right now for you. This is the focus of your life, apparently, at the moment. Your life path is to focus on what truly will satisfy you. And yes, we all have to compromise. We all don't have everything ideally lined up, and not everything can be perfect, because we're constantly becoming. That's a never-ending process. So we're always going to want more or something different. But following your gut instincts. I'm feeling that's about following your gut instincts. You had it here as well. And this in itself, you will evolve in some way. You will grow in some way. This is perhaps the learning experience that you need to go through. And that's part of that evolution, you see. And whoever this King of Clubs is, that's your solid support there. Even if it's you taking control. Okay, I'm going to end it there. You might have gotten an inkling that I was wrapping up the reading. I didn't say it, but yeah, I'm feeling we have accomplished the goal here today, that you need to get moving. And however that applies to your situation. Okay? Thank you for joining me. I hope you gained some insight, gained some ideas, some understanding, and if you please don't forget to hit the thumbs up symbol. Subscribe if you wouldn't mind, and I will see you again soon. Take care until I do.